Excuse me. What?
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Okay. Well, thank you. I gotta finish what I'm doing, though, first. Hello? You know what? I'm gonna save. It's been a minute. There we go.
Anyone home?
Begone, or I'll set my hands on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down. Come on in. Slowly now, this to bite.
Don't worry, I'll just axie them.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft? Even I'm scared of them. A better backing dog than an evil man at your door.
Got someone particular in mind?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. As soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I ran to a mate who raises fighting dogs. Bought these 2 mutts. Cost me a chunk of change. But I sleep sound at least.
Okay, who are you?
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family, or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Sounds like you have a good plan. I'd get out of here if I were you, too.
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. Oh, you were a good dwarf. Craftsman like no other. But you were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her?
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep. Her pawn said a fever took her.
Yeah, that tracks. We saw when we were in the morgue that the dwarf who died was in the early stages of syphilis. So it sounds like he blamed that woman for his syphilis, and it sounds like that's what she died of too.
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss and burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here.
Uh-oh.
See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze, and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claim not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. They care about some dwarf.
Okay, thank you. Mind if I look around?
Fine. We've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Thank you for the warning. Oh yeah, look at these statues.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Murderer dragged something heavy. Dragged something across the floor. Statues. Or dragged it from one corpse to the other, repeatedly.
Thanks, Geralt. That was not helpful. Look at that pupper. Another sermon, it looks like. This one any different? Ah, no, that's the same. More statues. Okay, looks like it leads in here.
Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. I'll open it for you if you want.
Oh, well.
More blood stains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood. Left a few stains behind.
Okay, so this is the wood carving workshop. This. Come on.
Eyes.
Ew.
Humanoid. Completely rotten.
Oh, I see it now. Gross. Is he carving this chair also? Oh.
Furniture got knocked over.
Oh, no.
This looks like it was kicked.
Ah, we did see that he broke his toe. Kicking something. Alright. What's this?
Formaldehyde.
Again.
Doubt Fabian used it.
Doesn't look like it leads anywhere. Okay, thank you, Gus. I appreciate it.
Aye.
Had a look at your sculptures.
Lad? Lifelike, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. The women especially. Never seen a bust that size on Molitale.
Oh, aye. Fabian's handiwork. I told him, brother, tits like that will crush her back. Whittle him down. He said, nay, they'd sell better this way. Told me to shut my trap. And sell they did. Till one sermon at the temple, and the celebrating reverend said that whoso buys idols from the non-human Myers sins twofold, as a heretic and as a lecher. That was the end of that.
Yeah, sounds like he got somebody mad.
Already know what happened. Fabian was in the workshop. Murderer attacked him there. They struggled. Fabian was overpowered, then tortured. For a time.
I needn't know the details. Truth be told, I hadn't the stomach for him.
When it was over, the murderer dragged Fabian to the courtyard, then made a pyre of sculptures, set them aflame.
But why? Why do all that?
To teach a lesson. To him, you, the whole city.
For the glory of the eternal fire.
Fine, we've talked enough. Won't learn anything else here. Take care.
Alright, so it's starting to come together. Everybody seems to have transgressed against the eternal fire in one way or another.
Have a hard time finding any work here, Witcher.
I don't think that's true. This guy was making sculptures for non-eternal fire gods that had large bosoms. Priscilla wrote her songs about the hierarch.
So, how you go with this evening?
I was laughing a bit up minding my own business when suddenly up he pops and heals me.
And I guess also,
Hell, save me.
oh, there's another sermon. He doesn't like prostitutes or something. Excuse me. I'm heading to the morgue. Interesting that the morgue is so close to the nice part of town. I wouldn't think it would be.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
Thank you.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
It was very nice. This way? No, this way? Guess so. You called?
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter, and I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Yeah, we heard some tales.
Von Gratz told me all about you.
Ah, doubtless you've heard how I had the noble leader of the student protesters thrown in prison. But did you hear the protests were far from peaceful? or did he neglect to mention it? People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim
slightly
had been my
familiar.
favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
Don't sound very pleased about that. I think every other time I've played this, I've chosen option number 1. But let's see what he says with number 2.
Choosing the lesser evil can be hard at times. Happen to know a thing or two about that.
In that respect, this work has its benefits. I couldn't possibly hurt anyone here if I tried.
Not fond of Nathaniel?
Very few people are.
Aw. Oh
He's
no, that
cruel
priest
and
guy.
capricious.
Yeah.
He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because I had forgotten to lock the storeroom. Hard to be fond of someone like that, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I would.
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad.
Yep, okay, so this fits in with the profile.
Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment. Made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Gods, he knows no bounds. To attack Lady Vegelbud, heiress of such a prominent family.
Where is she? Tell me.
She resides in an estate beyond the city, north of Oxenfurt.
Gotta find her, now.
Alright, Lady Vegelbud, we're coming. Oh, we learned a little bit more about Hubert Reich there. Oh, Patricia Vegelbud. Concerned citizen, yep. The same person leaving all those notes. Ooh. Oh, interesting that I just picked up that quest there. The race. Bye.
Till next time, Master.
I appreciate your cordiality. Alright, the Vegelbuds. Well, fortunately.
Looking to make some coin too.
You just fast travel there. Now we have that fast travel post. Where is it? Here. Alright, no time to spare. I'm coming! Ow. Run, Geralt! Let me... Excuse me, sir. May I get in, please?
What do you want?
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up, and I'll let you in, I'll throw my arse out the door.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Vegelbud. Just no trickery. Understand?
Sure, sure.
Yes, good fellow? If it's work you seek.
Don't know that I'm all that good. Name's Geralt. Looking for Patricia Vegelbud. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now. I saw Mother this morning. She seemed sad, true, but in perfect health.
There's not enough time, lady.
No time to explain. Trust me, please.
I find this all very hard to believe. but you appear to be quite serious. Please, follow me.
Okay.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good for her.
Well, well, another freak.
Excuse you. It's a very nice house you have here.
My child's fallen ill. Another sleepless night.
Hear that? Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
We should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
Very windy in here.
He ran out the other door! Catch him!
Uh-oh. Okay, okay. Oh, this way? Here. Uh-oh. Puppers. No, there's no time for you.
Spread out! Murderer's still here!
Oh. Uh-oh.
There he is! Get him!
What do you mean?
Eat dirt!
Oh, he killed the guard. Wait, it wasn't me. Run, run, Geralt. Oh, excuse you. Run, Geralt. We gotta find him. Did he go this way? I can't use my witchery senses because I'm in combat. Yeah. I don't see anybody. Uh-oh. Well, I see those guys, but I don't see anybody who's not chasing me. Watch out. Whoop, whoop. Oh, no. Ooh. Can I go out the front door? That's an open. What if I shake these guys? Then can I go out the front door? Oh, alright, fine. If you must. Look, guys. Ugh!
Halt! Or I'll put a bolt between your eyes!
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery, taking you to the heiress.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
We got him, Lady Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but...
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
Forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was the killer fleeing.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight, at once! Mother! Why did he do this to her? Why?
Well. One seems the meanest, so let's go there.
Murderer might have grown bored of prostitutes and beggars. Might have wanted to see how the upper classes die. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the body. A note indicating his next victim. May I?
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state. I do not wish to remember her like that. And let her be the last victim. Please.
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder, Not just the name, but the place too. Won't get away this time. Tracks just end. As if he vanished.
That blue? No.
Same wounds as the previous victims. Examination would be a waste of time. Gotta get to crippled Kate's, fast. Another
Formaldehyde?
empty formaldehyde bottle.
Yep. How about, is this the same again? You know. Remember, good people, that the fire devours everything in its path, sparing no one and stopping for nothing. The fire burns all sinners alike, be they paupers or princes, men or non-humans, weak or powerful. Whoever breaks its commandments, whoever does not heed the church's counsel, whoever worships false gods, the same shall be turned to ash in its flame. Live then in the truth of the eternal fire, listen to its holy men, for they are your shepherd. Okay, so clearly, the concerned citizen was concerned that this poor old lady didn't like the, oops, oh, this is the way I went out before. Didn't like the way they were burning people in the square. I'm sorry, Ingrid. We were too slow. Is that, oh, that's ominous. Is that guard still there that we could have examined before? No, he's, oh.
Tracks just end. As if he vanished.
That is pretty weird. So he killed that guy and then flew off or something. Alright, we gotta get to Crippled Kate's. All the way back in Novigrad. Yeah, let's start here.
Right.
We're coming, sweet Nettie. Oh wait, out here. Along the water.
Ooh, wonderful.
Thought that was Roach for a second. Nope. We've been here before with the whole succubus contract thing. Oh.
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client. Do not disturb them.
A very important client, you say. Excuse me, sir.
Who do you think you are?
I'm a man on a mission. Whoa, excuse me, strumpets.
Sometimes it's
In here? No, not up here.
it's positively divine.
Oh, here we go.
Performance.
Ah, sweet Nettie. Here?
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
You, though? Whole town will hear you in a minute.
Yet again you disturb me, and I so dislike being disturbed. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
What, no foreplay? No formaldehyde? Coals in my eye sockets?
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
A lot of clues do seem to point to him. He does seem like he would have the motive. He's a man of the eternal fire, and he clearly is sadistic.
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to Crippled Kate's. To sweet Nettie. If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know, but I see we must talk. Calmly.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one man who... That's impossible. He treats even corpses with kid gloves.
The coroner. Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. But to Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day procuring supplies. Formaldehyde. I shall stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie. After all, I paid in advance.
I don't think so. Normally it's magic first, then violence, but in this case, I think we're gonna go straight to violence. This is the bad dude.
Then you'll pay again. For her, for all the other women you've tortured.
Oh,
Woo! Hang on.
Come on!
Get him. Ugh. Jeez, Geralt. Wow, that was vicious, man. Well, we got a poker and some pants, I guess. Okay, sweet Nettie, I'm sorry you had to see that.
You're free now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If not for you. He asked if I did everything, and I said, for the right price, of course. And then he smiled. Oh, God, it gave me the shivers. And then he hit me so hard I passed out.
Ooh.
I was bound when I came to. And he was hitting the poker in the fire.
Calm down. He won't hurt you anymore. He won't hurt anyone.
Well, at least she's okay. Although clearly this has happened before. You'd think that all of the brothels would have heard about this by now. Alright, we gotta get to the warehouse. Where am I going? No? Wait, yes.
You can go at it here or at my place. You choose.
I'm on a mission right now, lady. Sorry. Very quiet in here. Bye. Okay. Gotta get to the warehouse. So you can kind of pierce it together that the coroner... Are you coming or what?
Faster.
Framed Nathaniel because of that time with the poker and all the other times he was mean. He also doesn't like Joachim von Gratz, but I guess he couldn't pin it on him. Although he did try to make him look pretty suspicious too. Okie dokie. I'm just gonna put a Quen on. E required. Okay. How about this one? Oh, there we go.
Run out of formaldehyde.
I underestimated you. You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel. Although, you've not divined all, I see. Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
What are you?
A vampire. Higher, of course.
Yeah, that tracks. Hasn't aged. Jumped over the wall. Tracks disappeared. Makes sense.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat that...
Yeah, symbolism's clear.
Yeah.
What's not is why a vampire would kill in the name of the eternal fire.
should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. Its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them, in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
Tortured logic.
Yet logic, nonetheless. I'm glad you perceived that, at least. Fight fire with fire, as they say. Give a thought to my victims. A lecherous woodcarver who'd spend his last copper on whores. An old countess who defiled symbols of the faith. A Trebirates for whom nothing was sacred, nothing above ridicule. They did not deserve to live. But their deaths could be a lesson to others. Awaken them, scare them onto the correct path, the path to the fire, to cleansing, to salvation. For you, I'm afraid it's too late. You are a man of little faith. I sense this.
Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty good with a sword.
Pretty good. Might not cut it.
Okay, wait. I need some black blood. Black blood. Do I have that on already? Yes. Oh gosh. I think that's tea. Oops. Nope. Okay. Oh, hang on. Let's look up vampires. See one of these? Yeah, let's get a little closer. It says vampire. Woo! Well, he's transforming, so maybe we want to do this. There we go. Adam. Well, we accidentally took some cat, but that's okay. It's kind of dark in here anyway. Wow. The Catacan, I think? Hubert Reich. Yep. Oh. Wow. There's a lot of these we haven't read. Margarita Loan Teal, when did she come up? Okay. Whew. I think we've probably auto-looted most of what's good in here. Let's have a quick little, unless it's not our property, which I guess it's not. Another one of these. I'm just gonna let that one be. Okay, well, we found the right guy, turns out. I agree that it's quite tortured logic that would make him want to kill in the name of the eternal fire. I don't know why a vampire would have any affinity for that. But there's all kinds of people in this world and all kinds of vampires too, I guess. Excuse me, lady. It's interesting riding around at night with a cat potion. Oh, wait, let's go this way. Roach. Oh. Alright, fine. I should take some white honey. Where is it? This one? Oh, this one? Yep. There we go. That's right, we gotta get back to the hospital. That's where Dandelion will be with Priscilla. Run, Roach. Roach is not allowed to run here. Oh wow, there's not very many people here. There's another sermon.
Now you.
Woo. Is it up? It's up. Can I go that way? Yeah, I'll just walk. Thank you, Roach. Oh, that's Sophronia's house, I think. It's down, so let's go this way. Oh, it's here. Hello, sir.
Shut off!
Oh, you were so nice before. Oh no, this is the morgue. I guess I don't need to be here. This way? Novigrad gets a bit confusing. Okay. Do we want to just jump? Don't try this at home. I wonder if we could get in from the roof. That would be funny. I don't think we can. I'm just gonna jump down. Keep in mind that I have a no fall damage mod, and you cannot do this in a normal Witcher 3 game. Did you see that? Melitele. Oh wait, are you in here? No? Are you in here? Yeah.
Yes, Geralt?
We did it.
Hubert told me about your past, even more vivid than I'd assumed.
I've not time for riddles, Geralt. Be straight or be gone.
Any truth to his claim that people died during the riots at the university? Died for your cause?
I was young and stupid. I thought a better future was worth any price. Even a human life or two. But those are past sins. Sins I've atoned for.
These murders. Got any
What do you
suspects?
think?
No, Geralt. Though all in all I should have.
What do you mean?
By virtue of my profession, I know Novigrad's underworld better than most. Dozens of mercenaries, racketeers, bandits, and hired assassins have had their turn on my operating table. Rogues, one and all. But I believe even they could not kill in this manner. So horribly cruel, yet cold, methodical, with absolute precision. Concluding this overlong explanation, I've no notion who's behind it, but I fear them like hell.
Let's do 4 and 5, even though they're off topic.
Why is the university in Oxenford closed?
Because it suits Radovid. You've not heard the story? The rector wished to grant him an honorary doctorate. The faculty disagreed. Nonetheless, Radovid arrived for the ceremony, donned a gown, collected his diploma, and when it was over, imprisoned the deans and the entire academic senate so they wouldn't raise a stink. I've been at Vilmerius Hospital ever since. But perhaps it's for the best. I'm far more adept scalpel in hand than I ever was behind a lectern.
Know another surgeon from Oxenford Academy. Her name's Shawnee. Know her? Red hair, cropped short, freckles.
And a hopeless idealist. Naturally, I know her. She was my assistant for a year.
Any idea where she is now?
My gut tells me she's somewhere along the front, patching up pikemen. I told her it would be futile. In the time she saved 100 lives, another 1,000 would be lost. But medics with a mission, you can't argue with them.
We will meet Shawnee much later.
Found and killed the murderer. It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him. He was a higher vampire.
I thought nothing could surprise me in Novigrad. Seems I was wrong. Deeply wrong. Thank you, Geralt. Were it not for you, this would never have ceased.
Nice meeting you.
Farewell. How's...
Better, right?
Yes.
Did you take care of what I asked?
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
Thank you, Geralt. From me and Priscilla.
Don't mention it. Nothing a friend wouldn't do. She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison, but encouraging. Maybe she might even sing again someday.
Aw.
For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Calinetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds great. Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
Hey, we done good today. We helped establish Dandelion's small business. We tracked down a serial killer. And we met a cool new friend over here. Pretty good for a day's work. I think the last thing I'm going to do before I head off for the night is, well, wait, first I want to look at this sword. Oh, it's a silver sword. Too bad. I'm not letting go of this erendite. Is look at some of these books and do a little bit of reading. Read this? Oh, that's Dandelion's script. So this is what we should have said. Tremble, flaxen-haired wench, bow before the Prince of Thieves. Ah, 'tis I, the Crimson Avenger. Oh, not the Crimson Avenger. So they're kind of cute, but I liked Geralt's improvised lines even better. Ah, Kavir and Povis. Kavir and Povis are without a doubt the richest realms in the north. Few today remember that this was not always the case, yet their poverty was once literally on everyone's lips, in the form of now antiquated common sayings. As recently as in the days of Heribert the Quarrelsome, one spoke of a particularly impoverished person as being poorer than a mouse from Povis, called bone broth Kaviri delight, and referred to beggars as Praxides, after the bay along the shore of which those kingdoms lie. Similarly, few remember that a mere handful of generations ago, Kavir and Povis were still a part of Redania. King Radovid I, known as Radovid the Great, handed dominion over them to his hated brother Troidan, with one stipulation, that he never leave his newly acquired domain, not interfere in matters of state. Handing over this rocky scrap of far northern ground, where, the saying went, the year had 2 seasons, August and winter. Living in Chicago, I can identify with that. Was naturally meant as a cruel joke, a slap in the face for the overambitious Troidan. Yet time soon proved that Radovid the Great had made a grave error. Before long, it was discovered that Kavir's bare rocks hid priceless treasure in the form of enormous deposits of precious metals and rock salt. This discovery in turn led to enormous growth in productive industry. Mills, forges, and workshops sprouted out like mushrooms after a hearty rain. Radovid III decided to correct his famous forebear's mistake and take back the northern frontiers of his kingdom. He was convinced the combined armies of Redania and its then ally Kedwin would quickly bring this ever more audacious vassal in line. History took a different turn, however, and Kavir won a resounding, crushing victory. Radovid III was forced to sign the first Treaty of Lan Exeter, granting Kavir independence while binding it to eternal neutrality, a promise Troidan's successors have kept with great diligence. Until recently, Kavir was ruled by Esterod Tyson, a king as wise as he was greedy. Yet his untimely demise did not stop his lands from continuing to develop and blossom. Kaviri metallurgists proudly compete with the best Mahakam can offer, and many believe the University of Lan Exeter long ago surpassed the famous Oxenford Academy as the leading seat of higher learning in the north. And so it has come to pass that, over the course of a few generations, the inhabitants of Kavir and Povis have turned from paupers into princes, from beggars into bankers. Kavir, I think, is where Triss wants to help all the mages escape to and get out of Novigrad, which sounds like a pretty good idea. Monumenta Elforum. To my beloved Y, I still await your kestrel. Istrid of Ed Invale. Let us begin, dear reader, with a riddle. What links a town like Vizima, the proud capital of Temeria, or Oxenfurt, a center of learning for all the north, with Ed Ginvale, a provincial settlement at the end of the known world? Thing it would seem. After all, each of these places looks, sounds, and even smells different. Their origins, however, are identical. All were founded atop ancient elven cities. The ruins sprawling beneath their streets bear witness to this fact. A tour of elven monuments is best begun in Vizima, in the city sewers to be precise. A dangerous place to be sure, so it's worth bringing along a well-armed guide. A branch of the sewers leads to the remain of an Enshade city. One can still admire its masterfully carved plafons, peer into its immaculately polished marble facings, find artifacts discarded by the elder race, and hold ancient tomes that disintegrate in one's hands. Equally impressive monuments of elven culture can be found only in Oxenfurt, as well as somewhere in the wilds of Velen, though I have been unable to verify this information personally. What caused elven civilization to collapse? Plague? Cataclysm? No, dear reader. Their destruction was caused by us, by humans. We drove the elves from their cities, and instead of occupying their marvelous palaces, we dismantled them to build our meager and crooked huts. All that remains is that which we covered in debris and sludge, and then wiped from our memories for centuries. Yep, so the humans literally built a new civilization on top of the ruins of the elven civilization that was here before.